If I go to Google and I'm going to search for Richard Nixon, I have 1 million pages that match. But if I put quotes around Richard Nixon, it's going to limit my search, but I think it's going to limit it a little too much. I'm down to 500,000 hits. And the reason why it dropped by 50% is that it threw out every page out there that had Richard M. Nixon and Richard Milhouse Nixon. We required that the Richard be smack dab next to the Nixon. So quotations are great, but they can be severely limiting. But if you're going to be searching for multiple keywords and you know that the words appear side by side somewhere on the page, quotes can be your best friend. They're also great for some secondary searches. Truth is, in some cases, you probably aren't going to find what you're looking for on the first search. For example, I'm going to do a pretty good search here for John Young moon landing. John Young was one of the astronauts. He actually flew in space 6 times. So I hit enter and I have 239,000 hits. But actually, it would be a better search if I put quotes around John Young and quotes around moon landing. You can do that. You can combine terms. So I have quote John Young space quote moon landing. And when I hit enter, I'm down to 678 hits. It's a very limiting search, but chances are these pages are really going to talk about both John Young and the moon landing. So these quotation marks are really helpful when you're searching for words that you know have to be side by side on the page. Leaning Tower, Mississippi River, pole vault. They're great for also, well, quotes. If you get an error message from some sort of Microsoft program, because, well, that's what Microsoft programs do, you can copy that error message, put quotes around it, and chances are you'll be able to find a Microsoft Knowledge Base article that tells you how to fix the problem. They're great for song lyrics. If you have a song lyric and you want to look it up, type the song lyrics, put it in quotes, and you'll be able to go to a lyrics page. The other day I was doing a search for the Strawberries speech from the Caine Mutiny, and the only part I can remember was duplicate key, strawberries, Caine Mutiny. And I knew that Caine Mutiny was also going to be a phrase, so I'll put those side by side. So I'm looking for any page that has the word duplicate right next to the word key, and also Caine next to mutiny. And what comes up is one of my favorite scenes from the Caine Mutiny, where Captain Queeg pulls his steel balls from his pocket, spins them in his palm, and was talking about how he proved with simple geometric logic that a duplicate key to the wardrobe existed. Quotes are also great for urban legends. If somebody sends you an email that just seems too good to be true, take a sentence from it, put quotes around it, do a search at Google or your favorite search engine or even a directory. Chances are you're going to get something that says, hey, the story's not true. And finally, using quotation marks are great for common names. If you do a search for Patrick Crispin at Google, it's going to show you every page out there that has the word Patrick and or every page that has the word Crispin on it, whether or not the two words are side by side. So you could have a page that said Patrick Henry said give me liberty or give me death, and to make really good chicken, you have to Crispin it, and that would hit. So quotation marks are a great limiting search tool when you want to limit the number of hits and improve your top 10.